You know what travel nurses actually want from a rental? And it is not your grandma's lace curtains and a basket of fake fruit. They want a bed that does not creak like a haunted house door and Wi-Fi that can survive a Netflix binge after a 16-hour shift. Here's the thing about marketing to healthcare workers. You have to think like someone who just spent 12 hours on their feet and never wants to think again. That means your listing copy should scream comfort and convenience, not poetry about the neighborhood's quote charm unquote. Let's talk scrubs for a second, because this matters more than you think. A unit with a washer and dryer inside the unit, not down some sketchy hallway, is basically a 5-star review just waiting to be written. Travel nurses work weird hours, sometimes flipping from day shift to night shift in the same week like some kind of human pancake. So blackout curtains are not a luxury, they are basically a medical necessity at that point. You want to know the secret keyword that gets your listing clicked? It is the word furnished, followed closely by the words flexible lease. Hospitals do not care about your 30-day minimum, they care about staffing emergencies. So the more flexible you are, the more bookings roll in. Here's a fun fact that surprises people. Travel nurses often book through agencies or platforms built just for them, not your average vacation rental site. So if you are only listed on the typical sites, you're basically fishing in a pond when the ocean is right next door. Let's bust a myth real quick, because people think midterm renters trash the place like it is spring break in Cancun. In reality, healthcare workers are some of the cleanest, most reliable tenants out there because they are trained to follow protocols for literally everything. Location matters too, but not in the way you might think. You do not need to be near the cute coffee shop, you need to be close to the hospital, because nobody wants a 45-minute commute after working a double. Parking sounds boring, we know, but it is shockingly a deal breaker. A nurse coming off a night shift does not want to circle the block 4 times looking for street parking like they are in some stressful video game level. Let's talk pricing for a second, because guessing is not a strategy. Nurses often get a stipend for housing, so pricing your unit just under that number can make you the obvious winner without even trying that hard. You also want to make your listing easy to find using the right words, almost like a treasure map for search engines. Phrases like travel nurse housing or healthcare worker rental are basically magic spells that pull the right people straight to your door. Photos matter a ton, and we are not talking blurry phone pics from 2009. Clean, bright, well-lit photos of the kitchen and bedroom tell a tired nurse this place is safe and put together, which is exactly the vibe you want. A little surprising twist here, nurses often travel with pets, so being pet-friendly can set you apart instantly. One small policy change can open the door to a whole group of renters everyone else is accidentally ignoring. Reviews from past healthcare workers are basically gold bars for your listing. If a nurse vouches for your place being quiet, clean, and easy to book, future renters trust that more than any fancy description you could write yourself. So if you are a landlord trying to figure out how to actually market smart instead of just listing and praying, this is the playbook. Want to learn more about how we help landlords reach travel nurses and healthcare workers the right way? Check out the links in the description.